Live from the studio of his parents' basement, the Have You Seen It podcast.
Hello and welcome back to the Have You Seen It podcast. My name is Mason Knight. Sitting across me is the one and only Cash Krause. But before we begin, if you guys can please be sure to smash that like button, comment below, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification as we drop videos here every single day. So with that said, Cash, special edition of the podcast. We're in the studio midweek.
Had to do it.
Had to do it.
Had to do it. The people wanted it. We got to do it. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? We wanted to do it last night.
We did. But unfortunately, they did not drop it until midnight this time on the
fuckers.
West Coast. I know. I was pissed.
Yeah. That sucks. I mean,
It does suck.
because they dropped it at 9 p.m. the first two,
Yes.
and then they fucked with us. Then they're going to be like, hey, now we're going to switch it up.
Yeah.
Well, come on.
Now
give
it's
us
gonna
the
be
3
midnight
hours.
for the West
Give us
Coast.
the 3 hours, okay?
Yeah. What about the spoilers, too, on the East Coast? You know they're going to drop them online.
Oh,
but,
immediately.
I stayed off the
Immediately, I was
internet.
emailed a spoiler. That, yeah, you got to watch out for that. Yeah, you got to go full Amish. Unplug the electricity. You
really do.
Shut everything down.
even your Alexa devices will start giving you spoilers. BT Dubs, did you see episode 3?
I cut my
Obi-Wan
power
Kenobi?
lines, unplugged the fax.
It's going to cost you a lot of money.
The power company is furious.
I bet they're not happy.
A
lot of repairs.
Didn't have the documentation to do something like that. Anyways, part 3, Obi-Wan. I'm gonna fanboy about every episode probably, but holy hell, is it amazing? Am I the only one?
This was clearly my favorite episode, dude.
Yeah, but is this
absolutely
not
loved
the
it.
best Star Wars show yet?
Yes. Yes, and I think it always will be.
They are just they're just doing the shit that makes sense.
Right.
Guys are coming up with good ideas instead of they're going, no, let's not do that. Let's not do that. What about the Trade Federation? People don't forget we're targeting 6-year-olds here. And 6-year-olds, what do they love?
Politics.
Trade federations.
Right.
Of course. So, but they're just doing, like everything you want to see. You want to see Vader snapping necks and cashing checks.
Yeah.
And that, my friend, is what he's doing in this.
And man, that's what we got too in the reveal of Vader and just how menacing he was right away. And we got to talk about it.
So glad they didn't just pussy out on that.
No,
and
they didn't.
make him fucking dark. And this is Dark Vader.
This was Darth
This is
Vader man.
before he starts realizing maybe I got a kid out there. Maybe I don't. Maybe my choices haven't been great.
Yeah.
This is Darth Vader when he's very sure of what he's doing.
Well, this is, we talked about it off air. This
he's
is comic
fresh.
book Darth Vader. This is like very gritty, very.
Yeah.
And, we saw that too.
He's
We
in
got to
his
talk about
prime,
it.
you can say.
He is in his prime, that's for sure. And, Hayden Christensen did a good job with the whole Mr. Roboto. Because as soon as.
Is that Hayden Christensen?
Well, I'm assuming it is. I hope it is.
He's not nearly tall enough, so I don't know if
I
it is.
thought the walk kind of looked like him a little bit, though. I gotta say, it was different than the old school, like.
I have to say, I think the only time we got Hayden Christensen was when he's walking through the desert and he saw the vision of him.
Oh, yes, on the mining planet. Yeah, that was
might
cool.
be the only Hayden Christensen we get.
I don't think so.
Well,
I don't think so.
I don't think it's him in the costume. There's no way. He's not doing the voice, that's for sure.
No, he's probably not.
It's James Earl for sure. I know James Earl from him. I mean, come on, the guy's got an iconic voice.
But we gotta jump right into it.
Let's go back.
do it.
Let's go from the start. First, we get Vader in his home planet.
Mustafar, yes.
Some people would not want to go back to the planet where they lost all their limbs.
But that is typical Sith.
Let's say I lose an arm on a Six Flags ride.
Mm-hmm.
I'm never going on that ride. I'm not making it my home office.
Mm-hmm.
This guy.
When your whole being is centering around pain and anger, and that's something interesting too. When he's on Mustafar, when he's in his castle, he's looking
so
out
cool.
the window.
We finally get in live action. We finally.
Finally. And we see him look out the window, and I know where he was looking. Everyone knows where he's looking.
Yeah.
To the place where the most pain in his life ever happened.
It's quite the view.
Yeah, when he got lit
and
on fire.
Who else is out there? Those 2 miners.
They're still working hard. From Revenge of the Sith.
10 years later. That retirement. They
are.
keep moving up the retirement age, so those guys
They're still
They have
mining.
no idea what's going on in the galaxy right now.
No.
All they know is some guy came and built a big building here.
Ian has now hired us.
And now he's
benefits.
still mining. Not even sure what they're doing out there, but the heroes of my story, honestly. I like to believe. But yeah, Reva, who I already know what they're going with. Reva, 100%. I'll leave that theory to the very end, but of course she's promoted. Like I guess in the last one, I knew she was going to get the promote. She says, Darth Vader says, "Go find Obi-Wan." You do. You get promoted. Grand Inquisitor.
Right.
Grand Inquisitor, not dead, not a chance.
But I got to say, the fifth brother, not a fan of this, and uses the Force to show how much so much powerful. She's like sprawled on the table, and he's like,
Well,
listen.
Sprawled.
Well, and he's like, hey, listen here. You might think you got the job, but I'm next in line, and I am much more powerful than you.
You know she's going to end up stabbing him in the back.
Oh, for sure.
Because she can't fight that guy.
Well, she stabbed Grand Inquisitor in the front, so you know he's getting the old stab in the back.
Most Sith don't get that luxury of being stabbed in the front. It's
they don't.
Mostly when you're asleep or on the shitter or something.
Yeah.
Is it when you're not expecting it at all. And it's mostly from your best friend.
Right.
Your pupil most of the time. But yeah. Awesome. So Reva's is on the hunt, and she immediately knows where he is. I mean, mining planet. There's only a few of those. Right. I'm sure. Yeah.
Well, they send out all those probes too, and then they find that they're on this mining planet.
The probes, and man, did they even make the probes look cool?
The probes were pretty sick when they shot out of the top.
From them just being the beep beep in the originals, from being like loaded into a cannon, and pretty cool, but instantly destroyed. Yeah. So. Obi-Wan and Leia, they go to a planet Mapuza.
Yes.
Get a ride from some dumb redneck.
I love this guy, though. I love him, because instead of like Fred, it's like Freck, I think is his name. But I love the voiceover work. Someone said that was Seth Rogen. I don't know if it was, but the voice work was great.
If it wasn't, it was Seth Rogen, because you can instantly pick out Seth Rogen.
Right, Seth Rogen, yeah. Unless they did some like voice modifications or whatever. But it was, I like that character a lot, because he's just that farmer, like, yeah, get a ride,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I do love some structure
Except he's got the Confederate flag on the back.
Which is the Galactic Empire logo. Yeah. He's like, man, we sure do love structure.
Love the Nazis. Love them Nazis. Yeah. Picking up every stormtrooper along the way. Everyone he can pick up.
And they all know him. They all love Freck. Freck is a well-known individual.
That's a great scene. One scene I got to point out was a scene very early on. It might have been this first scene in the episode of Obi-Wan meditating, trying to find if Anakin is still alive.
Well, and still trying to reach Qui-Gon. And he has not been able to do that yet.
Yeah. Because I always thought the canon Qui-Gon never learned how to Force Ghost, but I think they're going to retcon that, and he's going to come back.
No, and I think they did make an adjustment to that, because when they re-altered the film, I believe Qui-Gon is there as a Force Ghost.
He is,
yeah.
Unfortunately, the worst. Yeah. All those things that they changed are horrible, but
I do like that idea, because like if you get into the non-canon like Dark Horse comics of Qui-Gon, he can do all that kind of stuff. So we'll see.
Yeah, he can always Force voice. Right. I mean, that's always something. But anyways, what I liked about it was Obi-Wan meditating was not like a Jedi meditating. He was all fucked up.
He was all over the place.
Yeah, exactly. He was not peaceful at all. Like he's lost the ability to do everything.
Still dealing with a PTSD through the roof. This guy.
My God, murdering your best friend and then losing your job. Yeah, all on the same day.
Well, and losing all your friends and family, and then getting betrayed by the very people you served with.
Also, seeing your best friend murder his wife, which had basically become your sister at that point, maybe even a daughter.
Right.
It's a tough day.
And then you got to take care of his kids. Deadbeat dad.
And I'm left with the check. What the
rough,
fuck?
Man.
Yeah. And Vader ain't paying child support.
Of course he's not.
He's a deadbeat. He's constantly moving around. You'll never get those checks.
Nope.
Anyways, Obi-Wan lost all ability to do anything. Yep. I mean, does not even want to wield that lightsaber anymore.
It's pretty sad.
Yeah, but I love the way they did it. That's the way I would go to. Well, I would hate if they showed that he was just immediately a badass. Again.
Well, yeah, and that he's all fine, and that because there's no hero's journey there. There's nothing if he were just immediately like being. And honestly,
I don't think we're ever going to get a cool fight between Obi-Wan and Vader.
Really?
I don't think it's going to happen.
I think we will in the finale for sure.
My theory is what's I think is going to happen. I don't think we're going to end up.
Yeah. Okay. I see where you're going. I already know.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think we're going to get a fight between Vader and someone else.
Oh! I could only imagine that someone else.
the Grand Inquisitor. He's
Yes,
back, and
yes.
he's pissed
He's
at
mad.
Vader.
He's not happy. He's like, how dare you promote this broad who just stabbed me in the front for no reason. I lost I lost a kidney because of this. Never get that back.
Yes, he just springs to life when they realize a woman is being promoted above it.
He's just like,
No!
excuse me?
Yeah, he just- out of the grave, he punches out of. I don't know what they do with Sith when they die.
I don't know. Cremate him.
You have to burn them.
Yeah.
That's another theory. Is you have to fucking burn them because Sith always come back.
Always.
That's why they're always burning. They burn Qui-Gon, make sure that fucker's not
Yeah, they
coming
said
back.
we don't want him back. He can come back as a Force ghost, but we do not want that guy back.
This guy's choice of students is revolting.
Subpar.
For sure. He should be kicked out of the school. Yeah.
Should.
Anyways, so Obi-Wan, super weak. They eventually get picked up by a...
I do want to talk about that scene, though, with the stormtroopers, because that was a really intense scene.
Yes.
Super
so
intense.
Good.
In Obi-Wan Kenobi, it shows just how, he's not on his game like he used to be. And, they're coming up with a story. They're from
still
Tala,
quick
as
thinking.
farmers.
He's still got that
But-
Jedi mind.
Kind of. Well, he
slips up at first, yeah.
Her name is Luma, right? Luma.
Pretending
Leia
to
is
be, yeah.
Luma. And he screws up and says her name's Leia.
Right.
But then he covers it so it's truth hidden in there a lot.
But what happened was during that scene, because he's pretending to be Leia's father. He goes,
Yep.
"Oh, I was just talking about your mother," and then he has the
moment, yeah.
where he thinks about Padme,
Right.
And Leia sees it because Leia, she's force sensitive, she's picking up on things, but Leia's and that's something I do like about this series is they do kind of hint at that because Leia's always coming up to people and being like, did it hurt? things that like immediately just cut to their like always.
Well, and she's like super tenacious too, and like very on her toes, even as a small child, because she is force sensitive. And like, I like it a lot. I like the actress that they chose for Leia. I think she's doing a great job, honestly.
So eventually they get screwed over by the big hick mole man.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, didn't see that.
I want to check these guys out.
How do you not shoot that guy? I would have shot him right
I
in
know
the
they
back
just
of the
hit him in the back of the head. I would have went right under the chin. Boom.
I would have stomped him out right there in front of Leia. So they get found out. But I was just shocked because we can just skip to it. But we get Vader, heavy Vader in this. Episode 3. Are we going to get Vader throughout this entire series? I mean, only 3 episodes left, but...
I do not foresee him in 4 as far as like
I
hunting
see him being
down.
the main... I mean, not...
I hope he is. I hope he is.
Obviously, the other Inquisitors
Yeah.
are the big... But I see him being like, of course, why wouldn't he want to take the job of hunting down his old master? I mean, that's
course.
really snubbing out the last of the great Jedi.
Well, obviously, he wants to kill Kenobi. He doesn't want someone else to do
It's
it for
very
him.
obvious in this.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, obviously, right? He's hunted him down.
But let's just talk about him landing on the planet.
Yeah.
It's fucking... Because when he lands, Obi-Wan, full body orgasm. He drops to his damn knees.
Yeah.
He knows it's coming. And man, what an entrance.
I feel like there's so much to talk about in this episode too, because
There is.
we haven't even talked about Tala to her showing up.
Yeah.
I mean, and obviously
Hints at other Jedis.
other Jedi being alive and
being in this safe house that networks to this planet that I can't remember because who can fucking keep track? We're actually going to different planets in this one.
are.
I enjoy it a lot. But she says there's a safe house, and at some point even a Jedi has came here that was
in the
taking kids.
right, and he's also in the Clone Wars. He was fighting with them.
Yeah,
he went to the dark
I
side.
can barely remember.
He was Asajj Ventress's like love interest in Clone Wars, and I cannot remember the Jedi's
I'm gonna have to
name.
look it up.
But
Do a deep dive on him.
yeah.
Because I'm sure
But that's who
there's
they
3
hinted at.
books written about him. Yeah, I know. And because Obi-Wan clearly remembered who he was.
Yeah.
And he even wrote a little poem or something.
He did something like "You see more when your eyes are shut,"
Yes.
something along those lines.
Yes.
But we got to talk about it because
Please, let's get
we're
into it.
already into it. So first and foremost, I love how metal this Darth Vader when he comes in, he's picking people up.
Oh,
He's
snapping
necks. He does not
Snapping
care
necks
about
of children.
of children, which
Which are the
I'm all
easiest.
for.
They're the easiest necks to snap.
They
They're
are.
so easy.
I mean, if you want to show your strength, that's how you do it. You know,
You don't need much of it.
You don't.
You don't need much of it. But yeah, very Vader-esque.
Super Vader.
Yeah. He's dragging women through the streets. It's quite the entrance. And
Very intense.
Thank God that they had the balls to do that.
I know.
For Disney show at this point.
I was joking around about episode 1 and 2 not being gritty enough. This is what I want here. You don't have to show me like blood splatter like the boys.
Well, you're never gonna get that. No.
Right. But if you show me stuff like this is who Vader is.
Yes.
And like I loved it. I love this episode from start to finish. But so Vader does all that. You know, obviously Reva, she figures out what's going on.
Obi-Wan, who just doesn't even recognize this fucking person walking down the street. All he knows is like, get the fuck out of here. You gotta go. Because this guy is, Obi-Wan picked up on it immediately.
We got to talk about the loading droid. Okay.
The guy. Oh, this is so fucking funny, dude. When he had that hammer, he was about to fucking brain the stormtrooper.
Right, he was.
What a bloodbath that would have been.
But that's a human in disguise. If you look at the back of the calves, it's a lot like the clone troopers' armor.
What?
Yes. And here's the thing: droids don't do that. Droids don't like put weapons behind their back as if they're gonna bang someone over the head. There are two theories.
The drone
case.
from Rogue One did.
I guess so, yeah.
I
guess it depends. If it's an assassin droid or whatever, if it's programmed for it.
There's definitely drones that are smart enough to,
Right.
in this world, absolutely. There's drones that can't do anything.
But you have to be programmed for it. And maybe he was, maybe he's not.
I don't think
but
we're going to
there's
get...
a theory there that it could be Rex. I like that a lot.
I don't think we're going to get any more of that drone, in my opinion.
You don't think so?
No.
He was the one who carried Obi-Wan Kenobi away with Tala. I think we're going to get more
that's
of
true.
him.
So maybe we'll get more of that. Yeah. But why would he be hiding out like that?
Well, because he's helping Jedi. Maybe he feels bad about killing them all. If he is a clone trooper.
Yeah, but I mean, I think Obi-Wan of all people would understand. I don't think there's gonna be at some point he's gonna reveal and step out of that thing.
Maybe I don't know. But it's an interesting theory, and I like it. I like it a lot.
But yeah, willing to kill those men, brutally.
Well, and let's talk about more brutality from Vader, because obviously Obi-Wan at this point sucks, and not in a bad way, but just he's obviously
he finally lights up the blade though.
Right, he does, which is cool.
And man, Vader had to force him to light that thing up.
Yeah, he really did.
After running
a long time.
Not very Jedi-esque, in my opinion.
But he's not really a Jedi at this point. Obviously Vader just completely destroys him, and he goes, "What have you become?" And Vader goes, "What you made me."
How awesome.
I love that line.
How awesome was that fight, though, with Vader only ever using one hand and just beating
the hell out of him.
That's it. Just
and Obi-Wan's like two hands
almost
trying
close
to fight
to
away.
smacking the blade. To everything. Obi-Wan using everything he got.
Yep.
And Vader just one hand. That's one thing about the comics is Vader rarely uses two hands. He's just that powerful at this point. But we picks him up though.
We got to talk about this too, because man, you want to talk about the darkness and grittiness. I love this. Continue this, Deborah Chow. This is incredible. But we got to talk about the final scene when they're there, and Vader ignites the fire. He picks up Kenobi, and he just places him in the fire. The same thing that Kenobi did.
My theory was this was how they're gonna like age him up a little bit, but I don't think his face got burnt. But yeah, burns him for a long time. That was fucking awesome,
bro. I was like, "What? Disney's doing this? Thank you!" But wow, I was very surprised.
Well, I mean, you can't go back from people knowing what happened to Vader, which was pretty brutal. Yeah,
hey, that's pre-Disney. You never know with Disney, but that was awesome. That was really poetic too. And the only problem that I had, is after Tala shoots the thing, and then there's a ton of flame. What would have been fucking super metal, dude, super awesome if Vader would have just slowly walked through the flames and slow-mo. He lives on Mustafar, dude.
Yeah, but he's not.
He walks in lava in the comic books. You try to tell me he's scared of a little fire?
Yeah.
His cape is flame resistant. His suit, you can walk through fire. That would have been sick, dude. Like a slow-mo of him just walking through like hell.
It would have been cool, but he would have killed Obi-Wan immediately.
Right, I know.
right? You know,
Yeah, you gotta prolong the story a little bit longer.
I mean, that would be cool if he just walked through and just slaughtered Leia and Obi-Wan, right?
And he's like, "Oh, that was my daughter. Well, at least I got another one. I got another kid somewhere."
I think
They just retcon all of the original trilogy.
Well, it's still, how the fuck is Leia gonna forget all this shit happened? What do you do with that?
I don't know. But I'm fine. It's Star Wars, whatever.
Well, one thing that was good about Star Wars Legends was they did a really good job before, like 2014, before they were bought. Is they did a really good job of not explaining everything. You know?
Absolutely, the continuation with that Thrawn series is incredible.
They like really, and if something did fuck up, then later, I don't know, 10 years later, they do something to retcon. I mean, to fix it, not to retcon it, but for it to make sense. You know, through a 4-book series or something like that. But so it'd suck if Disney, you know, did just start saying these things don't matter in the original anymore. People would have a problem with that.
For sure.
I hope that the writing, and I have to imagine that the writing is going to be good enough to where they will hopefully answer that somehow. Well, I don't know how.
And I brought that whole thing up too, you know, in A New Hope, when it's like, Obi-Wan, you're my only hope. You fought with my father in the Clone Wars, right? And it's like, how do you not remember this guy rescuing you? You know what I mean? Like,
well, this adventure we went on.
Do you not remember? I mean, you were old enough to remember.
I guess maybe even that statement doesn't allure that she doesn't remember that. Maybe that's just the easiest way of saying that.
You would bring that up first?
Well, the message had to be quick.
It did. Remember that little adventure we went on?
Oh.
Remember when Vader tried to kill us and almost killed you?
Takes me back, Obi-Wan. This is prolonged. Yeah.
And I got to be honest, if I'm Leia and I'm watching this battle unfold, or at least part of it, right? Like, I'd be like, maybe I don't call this guy just my only hope. Not very good.
Like, I've seen this guy in action.
Yeah.
He's shit.
Not that impressive.
Yeah. Not even that. Half his body is 3rd-degree burns.
Yeah. It's going to take a while to heal.
But yeah, so anyways, the final scene is Reva killing their way out.
Right. Yep.
Or the guy that was going to give him a ship and taking Leia.
Which I hope Episode 4 doesn't open up with a corny chase scene.
Well,
Reva trying to grab Leia.
How many fucking times has Leia been kidnapped in her life? Like, does this happen just yearly? Just all the time? Like, through her life, has she been kidnapped 800 times?
She has changed hands quite a bit in the last few days.
God.
Yeah.
Bro, it's crazy. And not only that, but she gets kidnapped throughout the regular series a bunch of times. Yeah. I mean, this broad is
constantly getting
put a leash on her. We got to keep her around, guys. Someone lock her up.
Yeah, a lot of trauma, too. She literally watches her home planet get blown up.
Unless she spends 90% of her time in prison in a cell.
It's a rough go for Princess Leia.
No one's just sitting down talking to Leia and being like, are you okay?
Yeah,
like,
I'd almost rescind my princess title and just be like, can I live a normal life?
Yeah, I'd rather be a farmer at this point.
Why did Luke get a nice childhood? Why did I have to try to be a senator here? It's BS.
Okay, she was living in a castle.
That's
Luke's a
true.
fucking dirt farmer.
Yeah, it's a rough life.
Anyway, so Reva takes Leia at the very end. My theory, maybe everyone's theory, of course, is, and this, I don't know if this is going to be a spoiler or not, but is that Reva is only an Inquisitor to help Obi-Wan, and eventually she will be the one that will have to fight Vader, and that will be a much...
That's interesting. Okay, that's a little bit different than what I have.
And that will be a much better fight than Obi-Wan and Vader. Obviously, we've seen the fight.
Okay, so yeah. I actually had a little bit different theory here. I figured it would be, Vader basically saying that I'm going to kill you if you fail. I was thinking she's going to fail towards the end of the series.
That will take place, and that is why she'll be caught, one, and because she'll be helping him. But I also think they'll show the Inquisitor wake up. Because as soon as he wakes up, because he's alive 100%.
Oh, yeah, of course.
They've never came out and said that. I mean,
they haven't said that he died yet.
Yeah, so he's alive for sure because he's got some kind of fucking ability where he can keep dying. I think even someone mentioned in the Luke comic, he comes back as a really strong Force ghost that almost kills Luke.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, even after he jumped into a fire
right.
pit. So anyways, I think he's going to come back and he's going to be like, tell Vader, obviously. Mm-hmm. And then they're going to have to duke it out. But yeah, she's going to fail because she's going to save him at some point, I think. That's why I think when Vader came into the city, I remember she tried to like leap forward, and the guy was like, "Don't intervene."
Yeah,
I think she was gonna make sure that Obi-Wan wasn't killed.
Really?
Yeah. That's the theory, bro.
I don't know.
That's the
I
theory.
think she's bad, dude. I think she's bad. I don't think she wants to protect Kenobi. I just think she'll fail, and then Vader's going to try to kill her when Vader finds out about the whole Grand Inquisitor thing. Not that will be the driving force to Sith do that, but...
Yeah, I don't see her failing, though, to kill Obi-Wan.
Well, I mean, she does fail. We know that because of New Hope.
Well, I mean, unless something happens, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Failing in a sense that she doesn't give up. But I don't see her losing to Obi-Wan.
Not in a lightsaber battle. No, not right now.
Not in any battle,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, it's not going to happen. Unless he shoots his way out of it. He seems to be pretty good with a gun. But
Yeah, he does.
Doesn't
Pretty
take
accurate
much.
with that blaster, man. I think he was 6 for 6.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
It's impressive.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe some time will pass and he'll get some kind of ability back. But I don't think it's going to all take place over a short span.
Yeah.
Because he's got to get back on fucking Tatooine.
Yeah, he does.
He's got to get back to that
Gotta
cave.
protect Luke. What's Luke doing?
He's got a job, a wife. He's got to take care of at this point. Yeah. What's Luke doing? Luke is fine. No one's looking at that.
No one cares. He's in the middle of a desert somewhere, so he'll
He's
be
doing
all right.
dick nut.
Playing with that toy you just got him.
He's saying Luke
little
using it wrong.
spaceship.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's
Hell, he was playing with that until he was 18, 19. And A New Hope, he was
Kid's a
playing with
fucking
it.
dork. He
He
is a
is a dork.
loser. Yeah. Oh, that's our hero.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
That's our Star Wars hero.
But yeah,
right
so that's my theory.
there. All right. Well, I like that theory. We're halfway through it, Cash. Can you believe there's
I
only
know.
6
I'm
parts?
bummed out.
But man, I got to say, for episode or part 3, I should say, I am so impressed with how much they were able to put into this 45-minute episode.
How fucking short are these episodes? That's pissing me off.
I know, but at least it's 45 minutes and not like Mando or whatever. Where
I
it's
know,
like
but we're getting
36.
one. Let's do a full 6 hours, you know?
I wonder though. I wonder if part 5 and 6 are going to be like, like
We
a
always-
two-parter
we
where it's
always
like an
think
hour
that.
a piece.
Well, that would at least be nice, an hour, yeah. But it'd be nice if the last one was an hour and a half.
I know, that would be sick.
That'd be
That'd be
fucking-
almost like
because
a
these episodes
feature
go by
film.
past so fucking fast.
I know. And there's so much to get crammed into it.
45 minutes? Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, it's good. I've never wanted a series to be out so bad, but also, not because I don't want it to end.
I know. But I got to know. I got to know. This is great. I love it.
Well, he lives.
Yeah, well, I do know that.
But how does he age so fucking fast in 10 years? They don't answer that question. I'm going to be furious.
Yeah. Well, that's fair.
I'm going to be very upset.
Probably just, not sleeping at night, PTSD.
It's those desert winds.
Terrible dreams, and
Bad
the
in your
winds.
skin.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at what happened to Boba Fett.
Yeah, he gained
there.
40 pounds.
Whoa, and then his skin started to turn like pale white and crusty.
Well, that's because he was inside the Sarlacc pit, dude. That's not
Well,
where,
part of it.
that's not where Obi-Wan lives.
Well, no, but I mean, he's in the middle of the desert.
He was being digested.
Well, why do the Tusken Raiders have to wear full facial gear? It's because that sand wind is so strong. But he wasn't wearing
it's
anything.
those 2 sons, bro.
In this, 2 sons.
You're
One
getting-
son's bad enough.
Getting double the cancer, bro.
Yeah.
No one's living past 40 there.
No, it's impossible.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
Skin cancer is ravaging Tatooine as we know it. Brutal.
Yep.
That's a sad truth, though.
Well, it was a good episode when we could talk about it for literally a half an hour. So
Yeah, I mean, there's so much. The
There's so
introduction
many
of Vader, we have to break down every scene he's in.
absolutely.
Every single scene, because you don't get a lot of them.
Do you think we will see Darth Sidious at any time, even like
I
a
don't.
voice,
I
a
don't.
hologram?
I could care
Nothing?
less, yeah.
That's fair enough.
To me, it would be very smart of him to be like, people are pretty sick of this guy.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
So maybe you get a hologram or something at
Mm-hmm.
some point, which is fine. I mean, telling him to do something, of course, but no.
Or come back.
I
you
don't
fail.
think it'll be a full scene or anything like that. Yeah. Maybe that is how we lose Vader at some point, is him calling him back and being like.
That's kind of where I was thinking on those lines of like,
Because it'd
you
be
failed, Vader.
And it'd
come
be
back.
very, very realistic for Insidious not to want to risk Vader, dying again. Because you remember how scared he was when he found out that, or when he figured out that Anakin was almost dead.
Right. And I think this is right around the time, too, where the rebellion is starting up.
Well, that's
'Cause
what,
Andor takes place like 5 or 6 years after.
and
so-
that's what Tala kind of talks about. She's like, there's this system of people, but she doesn't call it a rebellion.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's. Oh, it's brewing. I think even before then, probably it's yeah.
And maybe they do something where they attack something big, and then
this is
Sidious calls
it's right
them
where
back.
the Empire starts getting lazy. You know,
Back and content and lazy. You saw that in the Andor trailer, and that was like year 5, 6.
Yeah, exactly.
Imagine how fat those guys are now.
Yeah, they stopped training their fucking stormtroopers. They can't aim worth.
Hit anything. You ask them to hit a brick wall, they can't even hit that.
Well, I hear it's the helmets. There's no visibility.
No, they're terrible visibility.
They're cheap.
And what does the armor do? One shot, you're still
plastic.
dead. Yeah,
It's clearly plastic.
It's just clearly aesthetics.
What I always heard was real bullets, which is like I've ever seen the Tusken Raiders use real bullets.
Right.
But I guess they can't be shot. But lasers, everyone's got a fucking laser
I know,
pistol.
everyone.
Yeah. Not smart, guys.
No.
Come on.
All right. Well, anything else for this?
No, I loved it. I can't wait.
Cannot wait for part 4.
Deborah Chow, how crazy. If you look on her Wikipedia, she hasn't directed a movie since 2014. She's just done a bunch of TV, but holy hell.
She's killing
this
it.
is gonna... You know they're going to sign her to a movie or something after this.
For sure, hopefully.
Yeah.
Because I do like the direction where this is going. You know, I had my reservations a little bit about Reva, but I thought a lot more of it made sense in this episode, so I'm actually on board now. I just had to know. You know what I mean? Like the first 2.
You didn't give it a chance. You were 2 episodes in.
Well, I know, but dude, we only have 6 episodes and they're like fucking 40 minutes a piece, so it's like really
you got to
hard
give it some time.
Yeah,
They had to kill off the Inquisitor before you could really let her shine.
Right. I guess I just wanted more Vader, and that's what I got. So now Reva's, you know,
You're fine with it.
I'm fine with it now. Just give me a little Vader. You know what I'm saying? But they did so good. All right, guys. That is our review for part 3 of the Obi-Wan Kenobi series on Disney Plus. If you guys like what you've seen here, please be sure to smash that like button, comment below, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notifications. We drop videos here every single day. Thank you so much for watching and listening. My name is Mason Knight. That is Cash Krause. And until next time.
Bye.